Good morning. It's day number 5 in South Korea, and today I am checking out of my hotel in Seoul. I'm going to be heading to another destination in the evening today, but I'll tell you guys about that later. Right now, I have actually packed up everything and I'm checking out of my hotel room. I'm going to drop off my luggage downstairs, and for today's day, what my plan is that I am going on a tour of the DMZ. So DMZ is basically the Korean demilitarized zone. More about that later, but it's like 5:30 a.m. in the morning, and I'm going down to get a cab and head to the location where I'm going to be picked up for my DMZ tour. See you there. Okay, so I took a taxi from my hotel in Insadong to the pickup point for the DMZ tour. Now, the pickup point is exit number 8 of the Myeongdong station. So I can already see that red colored bus. So that is the bus which is going to pick me up to take me to the DMZ tour. So let's go. I think it's going to be about an hour and a half's drive. So hopefully the drive will also be nice. Let's go and board the bus. If you're planning to go and see the DMZ or the demilitarized zone, I recommend that you go for a pre-planned bus tour. In this way, you don't really have to make arrangements on your own, spend a lot of money, and you also get a guided tour which will give you a lot of information about whatever sites you're going to be seeing. You will find a bunch of options online. There are so many different travel companies which offer these private guided tours. So you can pick any one depending on what fits your budget the best. My first stop on this guided tour was the Gloucester Hill Memorial Park, or the Gloucester Hill Battle Monument. This is basically a memorial that commemorates the actions of the Gloucestershire Regiment and Sea Troop 170th Motor Battery Royal Artillery of the British Army during the Battle of the Imjin River in the year 1951. Here you have a beautifully maintained memorial park, some life-size sculptures of the Gloucester soldiers, and a memorial wall which has a lot of plaques. Our next stop is the Gama Mountain Suspension Bridge. So here we've arrived at the bottom of the Gama Mountain Trail, and we're going to hike up a little bit and then go see the suspension bridge. And the weather is actually very nice. It's cloudy, misty. It's actually feeling very nice. It's been super hot on all the other days here in South Korea, but today feels really good to be outdoors especially. So yeah, this set of stairs behind me that you can see, so this is going to take us up to the suspension bridge. I've arrived at the Gama Mountain Suspension Bridge, and this bridge, look how beautiful it is. The view is stunning, and the bridge is so strong. The bridge is able to hold about 980 people or something at once, so it's extremely strong and extremely picturesque. So I've reached the waterfall. It's quite peaceful actually, to be honest. I didn't expect the waterfall to be so pretty, but it is quite pretty and like surrounded by all the greenery. It's feeling very nice here just to stand and look at the waterfall and listen to the sound of the falling water.
And the opposite side of the building, connected with the gondola, is the Camp Gribus. Camp Gribus was ex-United States military camp, and 506 Parachute Regiment stationed over there from 1987 to 2003.
Now we come to the actual tour of the demilitarized zone. This tour starts at the visitor center where you will be given a lot of information about the area. The visitor center also has a museum where you can get a deeper insight into the history of South Korea. After this, we were shown a 10 to 15-minute documentary which gave us a lot of information about the whole idea of the demilitarized zone and about how the South Korean government is taking a lot of efforts to initiate peace talks with North Korea. Here, you'll see a lot of elements on display which have been preserved as a memorial to the battles fought by the Korean army. I'm here at the Dora Observatory right now, and this is actually possibly the most exciting part of the DMZ tour because this entire observatory deck actually gives you a view of the North Korean side. So sadly, the weather right now is very cloudy, so we're not able to see anything at the moment, but we are going to wait it out for another like half an hour or so and see whether the clouds clear out a little bit, because if they do, then from the observation deck you can actually see the Gaseong side, a certain part of North Korea. Okay, so the Dora Observatory actually is pretty cool. There are 3 different levels. Oh, so the first and the second levels, they have a theater where they show some short movies about the history of Korean War and all of that. And then you have the enclosed observation decks, and then you have the topmost rooftop observation deck on the 3rd floor, where you have these binoculars or telescopes, from where you can like actually zoom in and see the actual demarcation and see the North Korean territory as well. So we have kind of tried to observe as much as we can given the weather, and yeah, now we're just grabbing a drink and heading back to the bus. Okay, so guys, at this cafe inside the Dora Observatory, I actually found cans of some North Korean beer. How cool is that? So right now I'm here in the DMZ, or the demilitarized zone, between North and South Korea, and I just came back from a trip to the 3rd infiltration tunnel. Now there are a total of 4 infiltration tunnels that the North Korean army had made to infiltrate in South Korea to basically sneak attack. But this 3rd infiltration tunnel is the only tunnel which is actually open to public, so you can go up to I think about 250 to 270 meters inside the tunnel, and till there is a barricade after which you can't enter because then it's completely covered by the army security. Sadly, there is no photography or videography allowed inside for obvious security reasons, so I couldn't take any footage from the inside, but it was an amazing experience just to walk down the tunnel and to see, to just imagine how the army must have infiltrated and how South Korea must have prevented the attack and all of that. It's actually, if you're visiting South Korea, this is a must visit for all of you. Actually, the entire DMZ experience has been amazing. Jangdan soya bean ice creams. Yeah, 3. Alright, so like I said, I am going to some special destination today, and that destination is Jeju Island. So yeah, this journey is going to be quite a joyride. I am taking the bullet train from Seoul Station to this place called Mopko, and from Mopko I'm going to be taking a ferry which is going to take me to Jeju Island. So this is going to be quite a journey, but I just wanted to do this journey instead of just taking a flight to Jeju, because I'm pretty sure this is going to be way more eventful and enjoyable. So yeah, that's my train. It's a bullet train which runs at like super high speed, so I'm super excited to ride on it. It's 7:30 in the evening. I'm going to take 2.5 hours to reach Mopko and then take the 1 a.m. ferry to Jeju. So I will see you on the train. I have just boarded the train, and the train looks like super nice and swanky. The seats are very comfortable. I love how big the windows are. I can get the entire view of the countryside, hopefully, when we leave the city. I'm super excited for this journey. It seems to be super, super relaxed. Alright, so as you can see, my dinner today is convenience store bought ramen. But honestly, I did not have time for anything else. So, like I updated you guys from the train station, I reached the Mokpo railway station at around like 10:30 p.m. and then took a taxi from there and arrived at the ferry building. Now my ferry is going to leave at 1 o'clock. The boarding is going to start at 11:30. Almost everything else is shut, so there's no other possibility of grabbing dinner. So this is the best possible dinner. Little too exhausted to be doing anything, but I hope this ramen is comforting enough. So I'm going to grab this meal and then go and board the ferry, and I will update you from there. Okay, so as you can see, I am in my bunk on the ship. So actually the ship was pretty, it was much bigger than what I imagined. There's like a whole deck downstairs where you have a cafe, you have a 7-Eleven, a Paris Baguette, there's a game room, there's this and that, like a very bustling sort of a thing. Just a small heads up. So basically you have to be very careful while booking your accommodation on the ship. So the lowermost level is basically like a shared dormitory where you are going to be sharing your room with a bunch of other people. Then the next level on top is going to be bunk beds where again you're going to be sharing your room with people. There's like 4 bunk beds in this particular room, and then you have the third option of booking the VIP sort of luxurious suites or whatever. So your prices, the ticket prices will kind of vary depending upon the room category that you book. So be very mindful of this. In case you don't want to share your room with other people, make sure you pick the correct room category. And yeah, as for me, I think I'm gonna get in my pajamas, try and get some shut-eye because it's like 1 o'clock. The ferry is just about to leave, and by 6 o'clock in the morning I should be reaching Jeju. So yeah, I'm going to try to get some sleep. I'll see you guys tomorrow. So that's it for today's episode. I really hope it was informative and you guys enjoyed it as well. Don't forget to come back to watch the next episode, and before you go, please hit the subscribe button.